Okay, today is April 25th, 2020. Time is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got a partly cloudy day. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of bad weather, a lot of storms in the southeast. So need to take a look at the two different hives. If you recall, last inspection, hive number 1 had a queen cell. Definitely looking for that. Hive number 2 was pretty strong, and looks like they're both kind of sleepy right now. So I'm going to zoom in on them real quick on the fronts, and we'll just take a quick look. Okay, this is hive number 1. Not much activity, which is a big concern for me. I don't know if this hive is dying out on me. Again, if we lost our queen, then numbers will dwindle. One of the suggestions was that I pull the food, take a look today. I was just going to let it go. But it's been 8 days since we saw the queen cell, so we'll go ahead and get inside the hive and pull that food off, just in case it's attracting other bees, because they will go in there and kill these bees. So we'll do that, and let's take a look at hive number 2. Okay, that's hive number 2. It's got a little more activity. It's got a little debris on the front end of it, which the bees are coming in and out. They were coming in and out of the other one too on the top entrance. This hive I'm a little worried about as well. I don't know if it had a queen. It was very strong last time, but we'll take another quick inspection. We do have a windy day today again, so we'll try to get in and out. I'm going to take my smoker with me, but I may not light it up. But let's go ahead and get the inspections ready. Okay, we're at hive number 1, and we're going to take hopefully a quick look at this. I want to see the queen cell open or gone. Hopefully a queen out getting bred and ready to start laying eggs. Maybe some larvae, some cap cells. Lots of things that I want to see. Hopefully I see them. If not, then we're going to have a problem. I did open up and light the smoker, so we'll be using a smoker possibly today. Okay, we've got a ton of ants up here. That's not good, but half the sugar water is gone. That is good. At least they're using it. Unless it's the ants. Yeah. We'll get some of them off of there. These ants are not a bad thing, but they're attracted to sugar, just like every other ant. As you can see, the girls are making themselves comfortable, drinking the sugar water that trickled down. So we'll take the top cover off. Sure like to know where these ants are coming from. Might be coming off of this weed here. Oh yeah, we got some nice looks like we've got a number of bees. I wish I knew what kind of bees these are. They're all dark. Could be Russian. I'm not sure exactly what kind they are. It's interesting though, because they're definitely not Italian. The Italians are much lighter. Okay, so I'm going to set the inner cover over. looking down through here, I've got a lot of bees on this frame. Not too many on this one. A few back through here. I'm going to squash some ants as I go. Okay, the hive that, I think the frame that I identified with the queen cell was this one right here in the original movie. So, I don't see anything on this first one, but we'll loosen it up. I'll loosen up the second one, and I'm going to pull the second one out. See what we have here. Nothing inside the frame itself. It was built out already before, so nothing to worry about there. Okay, the next frame, there's one of the girls with some pollen. One coming in through the upper entrance right here. Not her. No, she's gone. Okay, this frame looks like we're building some wax. I'm looking for the queen. I see pollen. I don't think the queen will be on this frame because it's not one built out enough for her to start laying. I'll look at the back side of it just to see, make sure, because these cells are deep enough for her to lay. Okay, so nothing there. There's no queen. Okay, we'll move this out. I'm going to use my gripper on this one because the girls are looking up here at me like I'm crazy. And I probably am. There'll be no question about that. No argument from me. And they do seem to be coming up out of here a lot quicker. So this hive appears to be doing much better, I think. I'll set this down. Okay, I'm looking for a queen, and if it's a new queen, she's going to be kind of small. There's a drone right here, I think. Okay, so far I don't see any eggs in the cells. I do see pollen, lots of pollen, up in this section right here. See if I can hold the camera long enough for it to take a picture. Lots of pollen. So they're gathering resources. Okay, we've got cap cells. These are all drones, judging from the size of the capping. That is not usually a good sign. That means there's a worker in here laying eggs. And infertile eggs are going to be a male. But they do lay drone eggs, so it's not that it's impossible. We do have a lot of larvae looking for eggs. I don't see any. I see a ton of pollen. So they're gathering that real well. Okay, so we've got some capped off cells. I'm going to try and do this without pinching anybody. Okay, this is the moment of truth here. I believe this is the one with the queen cell. At least I thought it was a queen cell. Let's take a look. Well, it's still there. So the queen cell is still right here. Looks like the makings of another one right here. Does that mean we have a queen in the cell, or a possible queen in the cell? Yes. It's possible. They're starting to put a little bit of wax on this frame. All these little white specks are new wax. I don't see a queen at this point. I'm in the sun here where I can see better. A lot of drones. I was hoping to see the cell opened, but not yet. Might be a couple of days early. So we'll put it back in. Carefully. I'll pull this next frame too because it's got bees on it. And if we have a queen, we might have her on this frame. Looking for eggs. There's some capped honey up in here. Might be an egg right in there. But one single egg, and it looks like it's on the side of the cell. Looks like a little piece of rice right there where my thumb is. If it's on the side of the cell, it's generally one that's laid by a worker. So that may not be a good thing. Okay, the next cell over has got a lot of new comb standing up on it. So they're working these working the frames for sure. It's all new comb here. Look around here. These gals in deep in the. These two are in deep in the hive, in the cell, cleaning them out, preparing for eggs. So this is a lot of new wax. Okay, so I'll set that back in the way I got it. The next one over is a drawn frame, and it's got one or two bees on it. That's it. No more bees over this way. I'm going to move everything over. Smoker's blowing smoke over this way. There's an ant that needs to go away. Move over, girls. Coming over. They're on there pretty thick. That's a good thing. So I'm seeing what appears to be good numbers in the hive. Hopefully they're not all drones, as compared to the last time I was in here. But they're all down inside, so I'm going to leave the sugar water on because I think they're using it to build the comb, and hopefully, if that queen does emerge in the next few days, we'll come take another look. Maybe in one more week. I'll take a look. There's one with some pollen just went down. Okay, we got our bee space all back. Haven't had to use my smoke. They're a little bit riled, but not too bad. Okay, again, I'm going to put the entrance on the top as soon as I kill all these bees. Don't need bees on the hive. Sorry, sweetie. They're coming up through these plants next to the hive and crawling onto the hive, which is what I think. I have to kill these weeds. Bring my weed eater out here and go to town. Or I could mix some of that stuff up that I think it's vinegar and salt water or salt. Okay, I'm seeing some more ants here. And the ants don't really do much but eat the sugar water. But it's supposed to be for the bees. Okay, so we're going to slide this on carefully because we got girls on the front edge. Don't want to pinch anybody. Just kind of move them out of the way. We finished doing in these ants. They're the, I guess we used to call these piss ants because they're so small. Enough of a nuisance to aggravate me, for sure. You take a look, I've got this vine is touching. This vine is trying to touch. Break it off now. If I got the ants off of this thing. Okay, they've done about half a container of water, so sugar water, and it's got the honeybee additive in it. For building brood and comb. So I'm going to leave it for now. Got a couple ants left. Smash them with my finger as they come off. Got a couple on the lid. Sometimes they fall right out of the trees, which are right overhead. But these, I think, came in using the vine as a ladder. Okay. Kelly, if you're watching this, I'm putting this back together like this, so get the ants off here. The reason we put this on here, of course, is to keep other varmints out of here, like other bees, because they will come in here and rob this hive out if it's not strong enough, which is why I've got the entrance on there. The entrance reducer. Got just a few more of these guys I want to dispatch before I get done. It's alright, sweetheart, you're fine. With the drone. It's time for drones to fly right now. They usually start flying and going out looking for a virgin queen. You can see how big he is. He's got a big butt. Right there. He won't sting you. He's got no stinger. So he's getting ready to circle around here, and they orient to the hive. So there's several of them coming out right now. When they orient to the hive, that way, that's how they find their way back. They'll fly way up in the air looking for a virgin queen, and then once they mate with her, they die. It's a one-time deal for them, and they only, of course, live through the season. In the fall, the girls kill all of them, push them out of the hive, cut their wings off, that kind of thing, because they don't want these guys around sucking up all the resources. Alright, let's move to hive number 2. Okay, this is hive number 2. Smokers smoking. So far I haven't needed it. At least had a desire to use it. We'll set it on top of this hive. Keep it out of my face. Now this hive I know ran out of sugar water. I was out here a few days ago and popped the top on them, and it was definitely gone. So they're a little hungry. And it's a bigger, busier hive, so hopefully we've got a few less ants. No, we've got a lot. I'm going to be taking that back in the house and running it through the dishwasher once I kill all the ants off of it. Okay. Set that over here. A lot of ants sitting here consuming the sugar water, which is normal. An ant. Not as many ants here. These girls are probably taking care of them a little better. Only a couple there. Okay, looking for the queen. She's not normally on the lid, but it never hurts to look. In case she's coming up for a drink or check things out. I'm going to set that down here on the way. Okay, so we've got bees on this frame, 2, 3, 4, on 4 frames instead of 5, so that's not a positive thing. Again, we didn't find the queen last time. These frames out here are basically empty. So I'm going to raise this one because it's got a bee on it. They're building wax. Just a little. frame is clean. This frame, just a little bit of wax on it too. That's good, they're doing something. The sugar water has an additive in it called bee honey, or bee healthy. And it's what helps them build comb. Got 1 bee or 2 bees, 3 bees, 4 or 5. Just a few bees on this frame, but they're probably cleaning and preparing it for wax. Okay, next frame over is a frame of girls out of the way here. It's a frame of a lot of bees. And it's got, of course, I put built out frames in the nuke when I captured these girls. Okay, so coming up, a lot of pollen, a lot of nectar or sugar water. I don't know if it's showing in the camera, but there's a lot of shiny stuff there. Okay, this is a busy place. A lot of pollen. All these colored cells down here are new pollen that they've been packing in. A lot of orange stuff. Probably what makes me sneeze and my nose run. Okay, we got girls over here cleaning the cells out. Again, I don't see any obvious eggs. Gotta get them in the light just right. A lot of pollen going in. Okay, so they're okay. I'll set this one in carefully. I just heard it snap, and that's not good. I might have pinched one. Hopefully not. Oh, don't like it when it snaps. Got them warmed up a little bit. Okay, this particular frame is really loaded with bees. Again, lots of shiny nectar down in here. They're building it out with lots of nectar. I'm looking for a queen. Lots of drones. I'm in the shade partly here, and that's always a good thing for the hives every now and then to get some shade. It's also hard to see down in the cells. See if I can swing this around without dropping it. Oh, there we go. Looking for the queen. There's one with a ton of pollen on her little baskets on her legs. Looking for a place to put it. Got some sunshine over here out of the camera view. Many times the queen is very elusive. She'll stay out of the light. So let's switch this back around. Set her back down in there. One more fast look. These girls are real calm, so they're not too disturbed by me. Okay, next frame over. We've got lots of bees in here, so it's not a dwindling hive like number one, at least as far as I can tell. So they're building wax here. Getting with the program. I'm looking for eggs. I've got nectar being stored right here. The camera can see in there. On this side, we'll flip it around. Okay, we've got some practice queen cells. Don't see anything in there. Right there. They're queen cups, they're called. So we'll just leave those alone. They usually practice with those. When there's an egg in them, then there's a problem. We'll turn that back around. Back in it goes. Next one over has got a lot of bees on it too. This is a drawn frame, so it's already had all the wax on it. Girl down inside cleaning. Another one cleaning. Pollen, and I don't see any eggs. And again, eggs look like a little white piece of rice. And it's usually buried down at the bottom of the cell. A lot of pollen in here. So they're laying in the resources. Now I do see some little orange specks down inside these cells, and they're where an egg would be. Hopefully these aren't going to be orange eggs, or maybe it's the way the light is shining on it. Let me take one more quick look for the queen. I do see a lot of drones, but not a lot of drone cells, so that's a good thing. It's a drone right there acting crazy. Got the big butt rounded off. Oh, I thought that was a queen. Whew. She's a little bigger than the rest. Just a little more mature. I don't see her. Well, there's no capped cells basically here. So that could be an indication I don't have a queen in here, or a laying queen. We'll have to take some consideration for that. Again, I think I can order a couple of queens through the mail. Very difficult process, I would think, because they're going to get bashed around a lot. See if I can move this over and get the girls out of the way. There's a couple of them that are in the way. Come on, sweetheart, gotta move. They're chaining right now between the two frames. Let's see if I can push these together now. I think I took this frame out of here. We put it right back in there. Get our bee space back. So I can't say it's positive news. I can't say it's bad news. It looks like I've got a good group of bees in this hive. I believe they're possibly queen ripe, meaning there's a queen there. But again, I didn't see what I thought would be eggs, but if they're looking orange in that black comb, then there are eggs in both hives. So we shall see. We'll give it another week or so. We'll come back and take another look. Now, since they did use all their sugar water, I want to definitely keep feeding them. As long as they keep taking it, that means there's not enough food out here to sustain them. So we'll unfortunately have to risk it's a little risk reward for the ant problem, but the girls will handle it. And again, this cover only, all it does is just keeps everybody out, or almost everybody. Keeps other bees out, keeps most of the critters out, so they can't access the food. We don't want another hive or colony coming over here stealing from our bees. Okay, so this is it for hive number 2. Okay, so we're back out in front of the hive. Hive inspection complete. Hive number 1 on the left. Still concerned about the queen, but the queen cell is still intact. So I'll give it a few more days, maybe another week. Come back and take one more look at that. Hive number 2 on the right, looking pretty strong. So it's taking food and doing the things that it should be doing. And I do need some weed control around the hive to keep the ant population out of the hive. The cans at the bottom of each leg is a moat, basically filled with used motor oil, not filled but full enough, and keeps the ants from crawling up the leg. They can crawl all they want in the can unless they hit the oil, but they'll drown in there. So if there's any questions or comments, please put them on the video. And please like and subscribe. Have a great day.